And then she threw up her hands and she was like, okay. And then she just walked out. And I'm like, did my nurse just walk out on me?
Let's go!
What is up, guys? It is me, back again. Strive for changes. It's been a long time. So many things have happened, and I'm not really sure where to begin. I just know this video is going to be really long, so make sure to use of the timestamps down below. It's going to kind of be like a wrap up from September to March. It's going to be like mainly about my health and what's been going on. So let's just start like September, I actually filmed a video, Chinese buffet. I thought it'd be kind of interesting to like weigh yourself before and after a buffet and kind of like prove that you can have everything in moderation. But yeah, I'll just play that clip now. What's up, y'all? I'm at the Chinese restaurant. We got a big old plate. We got pizza and a bunch of egg rolls. I don't even know, honestly. Lo mein. This is like sesame chicken. I'm with a friend. I don't know if she wants to be on the vlog, but no. Okay, I'll show the plate. Tour.
So we got spring egg roll. We got beef lo mein. Well, some lo mein.
You got the fried rice.
Some broccoli, some steak, and some sesame chicken.
What is this? Did you add like hot sauce or something?
So this is for the sweet and sour sauce.
Okay.
This.
Oh.
So I got a little bit of that.
I mean, that looks good. And then after that, I had my third wisdom teeth surgery, and that went really bad. I don't know if you guys seen the YouTube short that I put up. Hey everyone, I just want to film a little update. It's been a minute. So yesterday I had oral surgery on my bottom right wisdom tooth. It was way worse than I could even predicted. 2 hours of sawing down my jawbone, and I don't know, I'm just worried. I feel like there's complications on my tongue. It's been over 30 hours. My tongue is still like super numb, and I'm getting these weird zapping pains. And I'm just worried because they just say it was close to our nerve. After they're done, I said, is everything good? Did they like damage your nerve? They told me no, but I never had pain like this before. I feel like my tongue is getting electrocuted. I just don't know if I'll ever be normal again. And it's making me depressed, so. It's not what I wanted this year. But I am literally still numb from that surgery on the side of my tongue. It is something I wouldn't have gotten done if I would have known how complicated it was. No one ever explained to me the increased risks with this last extraction. I thought it was going to go the same way as my other teeth did, but it did not go that way, unfortunately. 5 months later, half of my tongue is still numb. I have a decreased sense of taste, and I kind of knew, like, as soon as out of surgery that things were a little different this time. Yeah, they say that it could take months for some people. The first 3 months, I would say I saw the most improvement. And then the last 2, not really as much. So I'm kind of losing hope on that. But yeah, it is a decreased sense of taste, and it is numb and it hurts a lot. Also, actually 2 days before my last surgery, I had a fill-in done that was on my molar. And that also, of course, my luck didn't go well. Actually, my tongue actually got cut a little bit, which never happened at a dentist. That was my first time that happened. I even asked before they did the fill-in, because it was on the tooth that was being blocked by my wisdom tooth. That's one of the main reasons why I wanted to take care of my wisdom teeth last year, is because I knew my molar needed to get a fill-in done, and it's been a couple years, so I thought this would be an adult, take care of that shit, get that shit out of the way. I didn't know everything that was going to transpire, of course, but yeah, I finally got that fill-in, and like I said, before they even did the fill-in, I asked, I was like, is it too late? I know it's been a while, and they're like, oh no, it should be okay. So they do the fill-in, and then not long after, like maybe a week, like early October, it started hurting, throbbing. I knew something was wrong. I went in, and of course they told me the fill-in was too deep and that I need to either get it pulled or get a root canal. Fun. And then during October, I got a lot of shit done. I got my sleep study done. I went to the cardiologist. I saw the cardiologist. The appointment went like really well. I really liked the doctor. He seemed like he was caring, and like I wish all my doctors were like that. Him and my endocrinologist are like really amazing. I don't know, I was just feeling really sick, and then my bomb number was too low, and kind of talked about that with him, and we're switching my medications lately, seeing if that makes a difference. And yeah, my ultrasound I had done came back, everything looked perfect, he said. Honestly, I was kind of killing my weight loss. I was doing like a challenge. I was walking a lot. I was eating on track. I even read a freaking book, which is not like me at all, but it was part of the challenge. And honestly, I was feeling pretty good, even despite all the tooth pain and the numbness in my mouth. All things considered, I had an appointment at where I got the surgeries done, which I don't know why I went back there, because they fucked me up, to get a root canal, or at least like a what do they call it, exam to send into my health insurance to get it approved. This was actually the same day I picked up my CPAP. I even did unboxing, which obviously I didn't upload, but like I said, this is touchscreen. This one has buttons on it. Same day I picked up my CPAP, I was gonna pick up my CPAP and go straight to my appointment to get my root canal exam. And apparently the doctor provider called off that day. So yeah, literally as I'm about to leave to go there, because this place is not close, it's kind of far away. So yeah, the provider called off, I had to reschedule it, and I guess the earliest appointment they could do is Christmas Eve. The pain during this time was fucking excruciating. Like, I don't know if you guys ever been in like severe pain, but I would just lay in bed and yell. Literally, I couldn't even like watch a YouTube video or a movie. I couldn't do anything. But yeah, I was somehow working through all this. My appointment kind of like came up, and I didn't have a ride there. Obviously, it's Christmas Eve. Kind of a weird date to even have an appointment. And then the new year started, and everything kind of hit the fucking fan with my health. I want to say maybe January, early January. It's like January 5th maybe. I started getting severe like nerve pain in my feet and my hands. All right, y'all, so it's actually a different day. It's actually like almost a week later. Yeah, let me try to pick up where I last left off. Beginning of this year, I remember this pretty vividly. I want to say like January 4th, 5th, one of those days. I was just chilling in bed. I was playing Final Fantasy, the first one from the Pixel Remaster collection on my fucking Xbox. And I was just chilling, laying in bed, playing it. Felt like sharp pains in my feet, like nerve pains. Didn't know what the fuck was happening. And it just progressively kept getting worse as like the minutes went by, and it kind of like spread in my hands. Those were the first two that I kind of noticed. And then I think it was the next day, like same thing, except for like I was getting like really like lightheaded, and I don't know how to explain it, but I felt like my head was going like cold. I'm not sure. It's like the back of my head was like numb. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to ER. Didn't have a ride there, so I walked my fat ass there. And keep in mind, I already scheduled like a primary care physician visit. It's actually like the next day, but I didn't want to wait. So I went to the ER. They ran like a EKG because I told them like my chest felt weird. That's been like an ongoing issue for a little bit. But I also told them about obviously all the nerve stuff. They said there was nothing. My life isn't in immediate danger. So the blood work came back fine. The x-ray came back fine. The EKG came back fine. So they kind of just sent me on my merry way. I kind of talked to the doctor a little bit. Back then, I thought what I was experiencing was, fuck, I can't remember the name now. Neuropathy. And the doctor kind of thought maybe the same, even though I did mention I do get nerve pains in my face. He was like, that's kind of weird. I'm like, yeah. And that's when I still thought it was neuropathy. That was my lead-in kind of thing at the moment. And it could still be, who knows. But at that point, that's what I thought it was. I got sent home. I went to my primary care physician the next day. They kind of like wanted to wait it out a little bit because it was acute. Like it all just started happening kind of at once. And I was a little like hesitant about that because it takes so long to get in with a specialist, but I was like, whatever, let me wait it out a little bit, I guess. So I think it was like pretty much a week, exact week afterwards, I went back to the ER after taking some family photos. Funnily enough, I went straight to the fucking ER, and it was a horrible, horrible, horrible experience. Yeah, same symptoms, nerve pain, kind of like everywhere. I went in there, and it was the worst experience I ever had at a ER. They took me back in. It kind of started off normal, and then I got like sat down, and then I'm going to tell you the story about an interaction I had with a nurse. And the thing is, I don't necessarily disagree with what the nurse said. It was how she said it. And I'm going to try to tell the story as non-biased as humanly possible. And it's okay if you guys disagree with what I did. I mean, you'll see. They take blood pressure, like one of the first things they do when they see you back there. And the monitor's like going off. Like, I'm like, that's kind of weird. So I asked her, I was like, what's my blood pressure? And she, like, off the bat, it was like, damn. Because she was like, you could see. And I'm like, usually I can, but the monitor was like more tilt. So I actually couldn't see it unless I physically got up out of the fucking bed. So I was like, damn. I just didn't even say anything. I just stood there. I was like, she can't tell me. Like, she was like, oh, it's like a high number. I forgot what it was, me like 180. And I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty high. And she was like, yeah, do you take medication with it for it? I'm like, yeah, but I actually missed my dose last night. And she was like, automatically attitude, like shaking her head. She was like, why did you do that? And I'm like, oh, I wasn't feeling good. And then she cuts me off like mid-sentence. So she was like, you don't feel good, but you didn't take your medicine. She's like shaking her head, attitude. She's like, you see how that doesn't make any sense? Like, very rude. And I was like, okay, if you didn't cut me off, I was gonna say I checked it at home and it was low, so I just missed a single dose to see if it would help with the way I was feeling. And She was like, again, attitude was like, does our doctor tell you to take it when you want to, or like every day? And I was like, okay, ma'am, you don't gotta be rude to me. I forgot what she said. She was like, something about talking. I was like, all I'm saying is don't be rude to me. And then she threw up her hands and she was like, okay. And then she just walked out. And I'm like, did my nurse just walk out on me? I'm like so confused. I'm thinking like I'm in I'm in another universe. I'm like, why was she so combative about that when I told her it was a single dose? I'm like so like taken aback. I'm like on the phone with my mom. I'm like, a nurse just walked out with me. She was being rude. It's kind of hard to portray. Like her tone was just very rude. And like I said, she was shaking her head. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And again, it's not even what she said, because I totally agree. That's why I went to a cardiologist a few months ago, was because I don't just not take my medication. I wanted it to get revised, and I did, and it's been going well. That happened. I was like hysterical. I was like crying because I felt hopeless. I was in all this pain, and then a nurse walked out. And then I'm also thinking, like, did I say something? Was I rude somehow? The only thing I ever said was, don't be rude. You don't have to be rude, ma'am, is what I said. So I don't understand how I could be the rude one. But maybe, I don't know. Yeah, they brought in a different nurse, and she was actually super nice. She apologized. So I was like, okay, maybe this ER visit's gonna redeem themselves. Maybe. So I talked to a head doctor. I tell her about my issues. I tell her about the black marks on my nails, which she referred to them as like splinters. I don't even know if I have any anymore. But I had like these black marks on my nails, which I always was taught that was a bad sign, that you might have the C word or some other condition. Anyways, she did blood work. I'm pretty much crying the entire time because I feel hopeless. Like I said, I feel like, am I an asshole to a nurse? I don't know. And then I was also thinking about my aunt that passed away for some reason, and I was like a mess. I was a fucking mess. I ain't gonna lie. Doctor came in. She said blood work looked fine, and again, I'm thinking the hospital's kind of redeeming themselves. But then the head doctor tells me, like, do you think it's anxiety? And I'm like, I fucking give up. I'm like, yes, I am worried about my health, but no, I'm not having like a panic attack. I'm not having like anxiety every single day of my life. Yeah, I left that ER feeling just uncared for, like thinking like I was in a loony bin. But it gets fucking worse. Okay, so next day I have my physical therapy. And I was actually excited because it's really winter. I live by Canada, so it's kind of snowy. I'm not getting much physical exercise about other than what I'm doing in my room and physical therapy. So I was actually excited to go there. And then they hit me with because I kind of told them my health situation last time. And yeah, I went all the way there. They hit me with I don't know if it's safe for you to continue. So we're actually not going to do exercises. We're just going to talk. And I was like, why couldn't you just tell me that over the phone? But whatever, I'm being nice. The guy is super nice. I have physical therapy, so it's kind of whatever. I'm just thinking, why didn't they just call me? Anyways, he looks at my chart, because I'm like, I was actually just at the ER yesterday. He pulls up my chart and he says, oh yeah, there's something in your chart about you stopping medication. And I'm like, bro, I almost lost my shit. I was like laughing at it was like so comical to me, but it's like the fact they put in my chart that I stopped taking medication because I missed a single fucking dose is insane. Like, and it had to be that nurse that walked out, her word only, because I never spoke to like the fucking doctor about it. It had to be that nurse that was like, yeah, he's stopped taking medication. It had to be her. So that's fucking petty and unprofessional. And by the way, my blood pressure dropped back down to normal when they retested it like a half hour later. So it was probably just because I was in there. Like, obviously emotions flying up, but that was just so unprofessional and petty. I just can't believe that fucking happened at the ER. So anyways, that's how my New Year's going. Bad. After this visit, I talked to my primary care physician. I was like, I cannot wait any longer. It's already been going on for like 3 or 4 weeks at this point. It's like the end of January. I'm like, I need a like appointment with a neurologist, something. So we did schedule an appointment. It was on March 4th. By the way, it's like March 10th right now. I don't even have my watch with me, but so I had the appointment, but I'm gonna just discuss it in my next video because this is gonna be lengthy enough. But anyways, yeah, we scheduled that, and I've been just kind of, it's been hard just going to work, feeling like every part of our body just fucking is giving up. I think I forgot to mention, but my tooth actually got infected. The one that I needed to get like a root canal on, I got a pulpotomy on back in December. Actually got infected in January, with a cyst, or is it a cyst? I don't know. Something was on it, and I was like, fuck it, at this point. I was already going through so much pain, but I was like, let's just fucking pull this tooth. I don't even want a fucking root canal anymore. I don't even care that it's on my good side, and I got that shit pulled. I mean, I don't know what I might be forgetting. Just a lot of shit happened, so I'm just gonna go over my symptoms again. Please do not diagnose me, but if you have any recommendations on certain tests or specialists that I should see or get done, I am open to anything at this point. But anyways, yeah. So first symptoms was like my pinky fingers and hands going numb after I slept. This started happening maybe like August, like after my second surgery or after my first one. That was the first symptom. Yeah, my pinky fingers going numb. Sometimes my hand. I think it happened on my foot a few times. That was the first thing that I was like, that's weird. That never happened before. But I didn't really think much of it. And then like September, October, like you guys remember when I had a hair biopsy done on my leg because I had hair loss. For some reason that point I would get sharp pains even after long it's been healed. It's been like months after it's healed. I still get sharp pains where they took the hair biopsy. And then I started getting the same sharp pains on my other side. And I was like, okay, it's not just it being a slow healing thing. It's happening on both sides. So it's like the first, I guess, nerve pain, I guess, was like on both sides of my calves. And then after I had the pulpotomy or whatever the fuck it's called, I started having the nerve pain in my cheeks and my face. I noticed it first on this side where it was, they like numbed it, and I was like, oh, okay. At first I was like, maybe it's just healing, and then it started happening on both sides, and now it happens like all the time, and it's kind of like the most annoying. I feel like my face is like paralyzed. And then once New Year started, that's when the feet and hands and everything else, I get it like on my forehead. Sometimes I get like numbness. I get it like everywhere pretty much. And dizzy, harder to walk, lightheaded, headaches. I think it's everything. Anyways, that is how my year's been going. I'm going to put my Christmas haul at the very end. Watch it if you want to. Use timestamps, of course. That's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Yes, I'm doing weigh-ins and weekly vlogs again, so deuces. So yeah, I know I look unhinged. I literally just woke up. It was like, let me film this video. Anyways, let's start things off with this. I got beard wash and beard conditioner from my mom. I kind of want to open it. Let's see. Because it feels... Oh. It's because these are not attached to pumps. I was like, what is shaking around? But anyways, I will definitely be using that. This is going to sound like totally unhinged, but I bought like 4 pairs of like similar denim. all thrifting. They're kind of expensive, but I'll show you guys. So I don't know why I had like a fixation on double knees from Carhartt. So I got this. I think this might be my favorite wash of them. What one is this? This is an R40. I kind of like this one. I even had the belt still on this one. This one was sold as a 40, but it fits like a 42. It was too big for me. Alright, I found the one that I was talking about. This is the smaller one. The rest were 40s. I think this is maybe a 38 but it's a vintage 38, so this is like a weight loss kind of piece. Yeah, kind of the same thing. I did also get an pair of denim. This is G-Star. I haven't bought a pair of G-Stars in a long time, but I kind of like that they have these big, like, flaps in the front. I don't know why, but also, like, when jeans have a button fly. Prefer that. If you're a guy and you know, ever got something stuck in the zipper, it's not fun, so. But what's interesting to me, there's, like, a little... They have the coin pouch inside the waistband. I thought that was really cool. But they honestly, I don't know, G-Star's kind of pricey, but I mean, you can find them on sale. I think this one was like $100. I bought this and I kind of regret it. This is like a sweater. It's olive, which I was like, I don't think I own that olive sweater. But it's like very distressed. And I thought it looked cool, but honestly, I might just sell it. It looked better in theory, you know what I'm saying? And it's not the best material. It's like 100% poly. And normally I look before I buy stuff. I'm not sure why this one was such an impulse, but yeah. I bought this maroon sweater. I love this one. It's a cable knit. Just realized the sleeves inside. But it's like a cable knit. Kind of pattern in the front. The back's like plain. I kind of like that. This feels very nice. This was expensive though. I didn't pay this price, by the way. I did not pay that. I got this for like 1/3 of that price, and it's kind of worth it. It's very good quality in my opinion, and I don't have anything like it in my closet. All right, so I did buy a few things from Calvin Klein. This is probably too much. I don't know, TMI. I don't. Is what it is. I'm gonna show you guys anyways, but I got a jock. I just like wearing one when I go to the gym. I haven't been to a gym in a long time, but I don't know, just feeling supportive to me makes it worth it. I know it's a little awkward to wear, but to me at least, I'm like, it's kind of weird. I got these. Where are they? I don't know why I bought these. I got like these deconstructed, I think one's a trunk and one's a boxer brief, but they look the same to me. So they have like these little cutouts on the waist or thigh. Not sure why I bought these. Yeah. Not sure why I bought these. Disregard. Oh, this isn't from Calvin. We'll say that afterwards. I got these pajamas. I just wanted some cozy pajamas. So I got these. Thought these were kind of nice. I actually like them. I've actually used them already. So, good purchase in my opinion. This is my last Calvin item. Jeans, because I need more of those. I honestly have, guys, retail therapy is real. Because I already have, like, definitely over 100 pairs of jeans. But once I lose weight and I start fitting into these, I'm going to sell off the ones that don't fit well. Because I do kind of want a more minimal lifestyle. Anyways, I got these twisted seams. I got these mainly for work. These are a size, they're kind of small. These are for maybe the end of the year if I'm really kicking ass. These are 36, so. But I thought these would be really good for work. That's how I justify stuff in my head. These are also button fly. Like I said, I don't know why. I just like it, but yeah. Just a pair of blue jeans, really. That's why I thought it would be good for work. Plain blue. So, I got... Goddamn. I'm not even gonna unbag it, but I did get a pair of underwear from Saks, the Pride Band. I got this from eBay. I truly don't own anything like this. This is a blue kind of like dress pant that was really cheap on sale. But I'm like, this maybe with my maroon burgundy sweater could be like a very good outfit. These are 38, so I can almost fit into these. I don't fit into every 38. Oh, I bought this vintage Adidas sweater. It's kind of expensive, but I love the colors on this. It's very like 70s or 90s, really. I'm not sure what year, but you know, I like the blue and the purple, and it is one of my favorite materials, and that's terry cotton. I don't know why, I like it. Alright, I got this shaver. I actually got this free for review, but I'm just gonna include it in this video. It's like one of those ones for like bald men to shave their heads. I'm excited to try this. And yeah, that's really all I have. It's from Manscaped, which is actually a pretty big brand, so hopefully it works well. I got a Percale sheet set from Casa Luna. I'm hoping this is as good as some of the reviews I see online. Honestly, anything beats the fucking sheets I have now. If you guys don't know, I have like these ugly checkerboard ones that I bought for, I don't know why. I think it was on something when I bought them, but we got these. These are way up my alley. Plain gray. It's gonna look super nice, elegant, elevated. Wow, I'm using adjectives today. Yeah. Definitely can't wait to actually put this on my bed. I am excited. Oh yeah, my mom got this for me. I don't know if I said that. That was like my #1 thing I wanted, besides this other thing I'm about to show you. So I got the Coupe. Trying to hide my address here. Coupe pillow. I didn't put it together, obviously. So basically, it's like an adjustable pillow. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. You got fill-in. I think this is extra fill. And then if you want it like more fuller, they give you a little extra fill, and that's kind of like, I'm sorry, I'm making a lot of noise. That's kind of like the whole gimmick. It's kind of rolled up. I'm not going to open it until like either tomorrow or the next day when I do my room. you kind of feel it. That's kind of like the whole gimmick with these. I heard good reviews, so anything beats the pillows I have now, if I'm being completely honest. And yeah, my mom got me that too. Like I said, that was like the two things I really wanted. And this is my last like clothing item, really. The rest have a theme, kind of. I don't know. We got these pajamas from Marshall's. These were the only cotton ones I got. My mom got these for me, but I kind of picked them out. But yeah, I love cotton. Everything else, it feels nice to touch, but I know after a while it's just, I'm not gonna like it because it's 100% poly. So I got these cotton ones, and yeah. So I got my pajamas. Got two of them. I actually own two, but one of them's like heavy duty, so I can't really wear it all the time. All right, I got my favorite beard butter from my mom, Grave Before Shave. Why does this feel so light? I don't want to open it yet, but this feels so light for some reason. Maybe the other ones were too. But I think this is, what scent was that? Maybe this was the unscented one. And I got this from my grandma, which was super nice. It's like a Duke Cannon set. It comes with beard balm, a bar soap, and oil, which is something I wanted. Beard oil. I'm thinking about making my own beard oil with like essential oils, but for now this is perfect. It smells really good. See, that does smell good. This is oak barrel. It smells good. Are these all the same? Yeah, oak barrel. Good thing I like this scent. It's very nice. Next, I got my gaming stuff. I'm planning on redoing my whole gaming center desk area. So I got a few things for that. Got this, it's like a thing to hold up like the power brick on like the back of a desk. Kind of like cable management here. It came with a few like free accessories, which I do appreciate. These are like the little cord things that you just like put on your desk and it keeps cords in place. I actually will use those. And it came with these little straps so you could like tie cords around, like if you have like poles. Unfortunately, my desk doesn't really have that setup really. It's mostly like a wood back end. It does have a little bit of a bar moment, which honestly I thought I had an opening, but it's like, I'll show you guys maybe. I thought I had like a desk that had like an opening, but it has like the crossbar. I could still put this on here, but it's gonna be a little more challenging than I thought, honestly. I got a power out brick. The main thing I wanted was something that was like slimmer, like the plug was slimmer in design. And I did measure this before I bought this, so I know it fits in here. I don't know if you guys see. Obviously, I would feed the cord through and everything, but I'm not going to do that now. But as you can see, it does fit in there pretty much perfectly. So, did good on that. I also bought this one because if I want to access something, if I want to access an outlet quickly on top of my register, on top of my desk, if I want to plug something in a outlet, just so I don't have to reach behind my desk or anything, I'm going to have this little thing sitting on top. It has a bunch of outlets, and it has a slim profile too, which I do appreciate when companies do that. I got a few games. I mainly game on Xbox Series X. I might switch to PC eventually, but kind of besides the point, really. I got Metaphor Fantasio. This is a new game by Atlas. Obviously I got the collector's edition here. I don't even know what this comes with. It comes with a steelbook, an art book, soundtrack. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna play this soon. I want to play it in January. I have like gamer goals where I want to beat some games. I have a backlog. Such a backlog. And buying games aren't helping, but you know. I got Shin Megami Tensei Vengeance. This is Steelbook. This was only $25. I was like, I like JRPGs. Never played Shin Megami Tensei, but heard good things. Unicorn Overlord. This is like a tactics game, and I used to love tactics games. Final Fantasy Tactics, that shit was my jam. I even played like Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament Tactics on my Game Boy Advance. Like, I love tactic games. So, interested to give this a shot. This is also by Atlas. Speaking of Atlas, we have another one. This is P3. This is Persona 3 Reload. This is actually on Game Pass, but I probably won't get to it until later in the year, so I want to pick it up when it was on sale. Another game from Atlas. This is Persona 5 Tactica. Again, I love tactics games, so I will eventually play this. They sent me the European version. I don't know if you guys see that Peggy symbol, but I don't know why that kind of bothers me a little bit, but Persona 5 Tactica. We got Sandland. Rest in peace, Akira. I don't know why I always had a soft spot for Sandland. I read the manga. I don't know if I finished it, but I definitely read the manga. The characters are cool. The art style is awesome. This was on sale for $20, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it. Give it a shot. Even if I don't like it, doesn't really matter. So I got the Sky Cypher Xbox controller, a family friend. She's kind of like, I would kind of consider her like a mother-in-law, even though technically she's not to me, but she's awesome now, and she surprised me with this controller, and I feel bad because controllers are expensive, guys. But this controller is fucking awesome. This is the one I wanted. I almost bought this for myself. Thankfully, I didn't, or I would have had two of them. Yeah, this controller is badass. I love the fucking see-through fucking plastic. It reminds me of like N64 or Dreamcast when they were on the trend of doing shit like this. Very nice blue shade. Yeah, this is like my favorite controller. I have like the Sea of Thieves one. I have the like Lunar Eclipse or whatever one. This might be my favorite, honestly. Sea of Thieves one is pretty badass, but this one's updated. The Sea of Thieves one's kind of the older controller. Ooh. And this kind of goes with the setup. I got a sound bar. Maybe I should do a thumbnail. Alright guys, my last gift was actually this monitor you can see in the background earlier in the video. For whatever reason, the clip, I couldn't find it. But anyways, this is like a 1440p, nothing special, like 140 frames, but a major upgrade. Just want to say thanks for watching and consider subscribing. Bye.